Hey guys! Today is a very gloomy day. It's snowing outside, it's cold and gloomy, and I'm feeling very lazy and sleepy today. But I thought it would be kind of nice to show you what my everyday makeup routine is and kind of do a little get ready with me just so we can talk and so you can learn a little bit about me, because I feel like most of you don't know me at all. So I'm just gonna do my everyday makeup routine and show you what products I use and just kind of tell you a little bit about myself. So first thing I do in the morning obviously is I wash my face, and I already moisturized. So now I'm gonna go in with the Misha Perfect Cover BB Cream. This stuff is great because it's not as heavy as a foundation would be. It has SPF in it, and it also has skincare properties in there. I can just read it off for you. It says it offers a novel skincare concept with BB cream, which lightens skin tone by healing visible wrinkles and blemishes with excellent skin coverability. So this is actually really good for your skin, and I highly recommend it. I basically just put a pump on my hand and apply it with my hands. This stuff is really easy to work with. I've been using this for the past 6 months, and I feel like my skin has actually been doing better since I switched over from regular foundations, just because they would clog my pores and they would be so hard to take off completely every night. And I also just don't care as much about covering all the imperfections on my skin anymore. I feel like the older I get, the more I accept the fact that my skin's not perfect. So I'm just gonna go with it and embrace it, I guess. I don't know how to go about this, telling you about myself. I guess we can start at the beginning. I am 24 years old. Most of you probably wouldn't know this. And I was born in Chicago, but a lot of people always get excited, like people from Chicago, when they find out that I was born there, they get really excited. They're like, yeah, Chicago. But it doesn't really count. I was a baby when I left. I was like 9 months old when I left, so I don't remember anything about Chicago. I really should go back there. Just haven't had the opportunity to, but I would love to go to Chicago and kind of see where I was born. But when I was 9 months old, like I said, I moved to Israel with my parents. And I lived there for 12 years, which was great. I loved living there. It's definitely different than growing up in the US, but I loved it out there. And then when I was 12, my family decided to move to Arizona, and I lived there for about 10 years until I moved to Philly for a job. So because of that, my first language I ever learned was obviously Hebrew, and then my second was actually French, because my mom's side of the family is all from France, and my grandparents lived there till this day. And then I learned English when I moved to Arizona. Next, I'm going in with my Glossy Stretch Concealer. I'm in medium 20. Oh, and I'm in the shade 23 in the Misha BB cream. And I'll also apply this with my hands. So when I moved to Philly, I got a job at a corporate office, a fashion corporate office. And I actually, this might be like TMI, but I actually recently got laid off, which is weird. It was my first job outside of school, and I moved across the country for it, and I actually really loved my job. And I took it really hard when I got laid off. Obviously it was no one's fault, money is money at the end of the day, and when it comes to a corporate setting, you really don't have control over that. But it definitely kind of feels like going through a heartbreak, and I feel I was very spoiled for sure, because like my first job out in the real world was a job I really enjoyed with people I really loved working with, so I think having to let go of that was really difficult for me. And now I'm kind of in this position where I don't really know what's gonna come out of it. I definitely believe that everything happens for a reason. I've always been a believer of that. It just sucks when you're going through something and you can't figure out why it's happening. It's just like, isn't it the most frustrating thing? Alright, next step, we're gonna do the brows. I normally would use my Laura Mercier translucent powder, but I'm not going anywhere today, so I'm not gonna use that. But normally I would put it on my forehead, under the eyes, because I get a lot of creasing over here, around the nose and on my chin. That's where I usually get oily, so we're gonna skip that today though. Obviously my favorite eyebrow product is the Boy Brow. It's everyone's favorite product, but this honestly is a life changer. Before this I was using the Anastasia or Anastasia, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it was the little gel pot. I don't know, I rocked that for a while, like the really bold brow and like the defined line, but I feel like especially in the past year I've definitely grown to embrace like my natural state, so I basically just use this to comb through and add a little bit more depth to what's already there. Yeah, so I've been out of a job for the past month, which is kind of what prompted this whole like YouTube situation. I was getting bored and I wanted to get better at editing videos, because that's something I was kind of starting to do at my job. And I'm hoping that once I do get a job, because I'm going to get one, I need one, that I can continue doing this, because I've actually been enjoying it. I've really been enjoying doing lookbooks. Like my first video that I posted, I really enjoyed doing that. And I want to do another one, but I need to think of like a theme for it. And it's also harder because you need someone to shoot it, you know? Like shooting myself would be really difficult. But if you guys have any suggestions or any questions about like how to style something or a theme that you'd like to see, let me know, because I would love to show you that. Next up is Halo Scope. I have quartz. This stuff is really nice. Put it on my Cupid's bow and the tip of my nose as well. I'm going in with this MAC eyeshadow just to brighten up the highlight on my Cupid's bow and on my nose. This is called, what is this called? Dazzle Light. It's a really old shadow. I've had this for a very long time. Also gonna do it in the inner corners, just very lightly. I don't really like using eyeshadow just because it's pointless. I have hooded eyes, so you can't really see anything I put on anyway, so this is my natural color. We're almost done. I'm just gonna go in with blush. My favorites are the cloud paints in Beam and Dusk. I can never tell which one to use. This one is definitely more of like a natural looking shade, and this is just like a nice pop of color. And then the pink one I really like too, but that's more of a summer color, so I think I'm gonna go with Dusk today. Anyway, there's a slight chance that I'll be going to Israel to visit family, which I'm really excited about. I went a few months ago, like last year, but I was only there for a week, which was very short. But while I'm in between jobs, I think I might just take the opportunity and go out there for 2 or 3 weeks. And I think it would be fun to do a little vlog situation while I'm there. It's tentative at the moment, but I'll know probably in the next 2 weeks whether I'm going or not. And then lastly, I am just gonna do a very small amount of mascara. This is the Ico Black Magic mascara. And I don't like to put a lot of mascara on. Again, I like to look as natural as possible. So I'm just going to apply a very thin layer. Also, why do people always make this face when they put mascara on? It's like hard to not though. That feels very unnatural to do. I can't not do it. I'm gonna try to. Nope, see, it just happens naturally. Cool. All done. That's literally all I do. I usually don't do my hair either. I let it air dry and just like go with whatever it does when I wake up. But if it's bad, I'll just put it in my little ninja bun. So yeah, that's pretty much all I do. I like watching other people's everyday makeup tutorials just to see, like, you know that a product is good if someone's using it every day. So I feel like the products that people do use every single morning are like the ones that you should buy. But thanks for watching. I hope you learned something about me. And I hope you enjoyed watching me do my makeup. Wow, this has been the easiest video I've filmed so far, like so quick, no interruptions. Well, fewer interruptions. The lighting isn't doing anything crazy. And I didn't get mascara all over my eyelids, which is rare. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.